Some breaking news over the weekend. Jaxson Robinson is getting wrist surgery and he will miss the remainder of the season. This is what Mark Pope said. This came out after Kentucky's 16-point loss to Auburn. He said, quote, "We kind of came to the final conclusion last night that he's going to get surgery. He's going Wednesday to the world specialist to have surgery on his wrist. When he went down, we kind of knew he was going to need surgery, but he just wanted so badly to play. He rehabbed it, had an injection to try and make it functional. Then he was doing okay, and then he went down in the first half at Oklahoma. There's just no way that he's going to be able to play." This is a tragic end to Jaxson Robinson's career. This is a tragic end to Jaxson Robinson's time as a Kentucky Wildcat. And for a guy with the relationship that he has with Mark Pope, I think both of these guys are just heartbroken for it to end this way, especially for a Kentucky team that when Jaxson Robinson was healthy, was so damn good in so many big games and big moments this year. So, what does this mean? Is this obviously this is crushing news, but is this season ending type news for the Kentucky basketball team?
I think it is. I think it is given what other position it puts other guys in on this team. Like, Mark Post's offense is so fluid, movement, special, and how it kind of works. But it's especially special too when you can fall back on a guy like Robinson to be like this go get you one guy. Like I don't think without Robinson, I don't think there is a go get a bucket guy outside of Otega Owe. Of course, I think he's shown the ability to do that. But I just thought that Jaxson Robinson brought something a little bit different to this team that they needed. And, with Robinson being out, I think it's gonna force guys to step up that you maybe weren't ready for them to step up, or they're not in the position that are ready to step up into that role yet. So I think it provides a great issue for Mark Pope. And losing someone with that ability, that 3-point shooting threat size, I think it massively hurts Kentucky, obviously.
Yeah, obviously it's like I don't think it's exaggerating to say like this is so much infinitely harder for Kentucky to get where they want to go. Now, I wouldn't call it season-ending news just because of this. We saw this team without Jaxson Robinson beat Tennessee by 11 a week ago or a couple weeks ago. So I don't know. It's happened, right? Like it's
My
not easy because
my
now you need
my
Otega
dumb
Owe to be like spectacular, but yeah, they're what? He missed 5 games and they're 2-3 with wins over Vanderbilt, blowout, and Tennessee by double figures.
Yeah. My dumb ass, I'm talking season ending. I'm just talking about the injury in general, which is obviously
Oh,
obvious.
I
It's
meant like, yeah, does like is there any hope for Kentucky's season
Oh
in
yeah,
light of
yeah, yeah. No,
this?
there's still hope, but it's obviously astronomically harder without Robinson. But I still think there is some, this team still has some pieces, and they have Oweh, and I think Mark Pope's offense obviously can still work. And there's things that could be done, but yeah, this news sucks in this regard though. Like this whole time we've been like, yeah. Kentucky kind of weathered the storm, like get some wins where you can. Let's just get healthy. It's over.
What's the path forward?
I mean, I think you just have to lean on Otega Owe, but like this sucks because Kreese is out for the year probably, and Lamont Butler's shoulders hanging on for dear life, and then you lose Jaxson Robinson. It's like, geez, the hits just keep on hitting.
I feel like it just doubles and triples down on like the guys who are available, which you saw in Kentucky's most recent game. They leaned on Amari Williams, they leaned on Lamont Butler, they leaned on Otega Owe, Kobe Brea more than I think you've seen in the past. Now, Otega was in foul trouble, so he only played 4 minutes. If Otega Owe, or excuse me, 20 minutes. If Otega Owe wasn't in foul trouble, I think you would have seen Kobe, Lamont, Amari, and Otega all 30 to 35 minutes a game. It just this team becomes incredibly thin. Colin Chandler led this team in bench minutes. I don't think that's a good thing. And I don't know what the deal is with Kirk Risa. I feel like they were kind of floating like, oh, maybe he'll never return. Maybe he'll come back next year. At this point, if you really care about March hopes and Kirk Risa can play, think you might need to try and get him back, which is a bummer. I'm sad. I'm really sad for Jackson because I think him and Mark's relationship going from BYU to here, like Jaxson Robinson was given up on by multiple coaches, and
Mhm.
Mark Pope just gave him chances, and he earned it. He earned everything. He came off the bench for last year's team, and then became sort of the star under the bright lights in Kentucky, delivered some great moments, and just doesn't get to see it through. It's a bummer. I am now about to unveil a take that is so Skip Baylessy that I'm almost afraid to say it out loud, but I actually believe it, Cart.
Okay, talk to me.
This is a good thing for Mark Pope, the guy, long term.
How so?
It's his get out of jail free card.
I didn't have Jackson.
They could lose the first game of the SEC tournament. They could lose
Angry.
the first game of the NCAA tournament now. And Kentucky fans can't even be upset about it because what am I supposed to do? My star was gone.
Yeah, true. No, that's a good play. That's not the angle I was gonna take to end this video.
What's the angle you were going to take?
We finagle a medical red shirt, get
Hmm.
Jackson back next year, and we're the number one team in the country.
I don't know how medical red shirts work.
Honestly, in my experience, it's like you go to the NCAA and say, "Can I get a medical waiver?" And then you just sign it, and they're like, "Okay, yeah."
Oh, so if you just got to lie, you could definitely help there.
We didn't have to end it like that, but yeah,
Hang in there, Jackson. Hopefully he can give it a fair shot for the NBA this summer. And Kentucky fans, maybe you'll just shoot like 80% from three in a couple games down the stretch, and all will be fine.